Hey everyone, this is Charmine from FUNtastic Crafts. I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful day, and if it's evening where you are, I hope you are having a fantastic evening. So today, I know we do a lot of cards, but today I wanted to focus more on envelopes. I know some people say envelopes, some people say envelopes. I personally say envelopes, pecan, So I'm sorry if that bothers you. This is a very easy envelope. I was going to call it recipe, but I guess it is a recipe. Instructions. It's super simple. I was talking, first of all, I send a lot of cards out every month, and I go through envelopes like crazy. So that's not why I was making these. I just ran out and I didn't want to go to the store and grab some more envelopes. So all I did was I did this, and it was simple, and I got 20 envelopes, actually 20 plus envelopes in less than 30 minutes. So I start off by cutting printer sheets. Now you could make this using any kind of paper that you have in your stash that's lightweight, like paper, not cardstock, paper. So this is printer paper because I wanted to write on my envelopes, so I wanted a white base. So I cut this at 6 3/4 by 10. So once I have that cut, now I did take about 10 to, no, it's more probably like 4 to 5, yeah, not 10, 4 to 5 sheets at once to cut it. You don't have to do that. I did because I thought it was easier to do that. Then I have my big Martha Stewart scoreboard. You can have whatever scoreboard you have. And if you don't, you can also do it a different way, which I don't show in this video, but I need to show you guys soon. But so on the 6 3/4 side, I score at in half an inch. Now I do have those 4 to 5 sheets of paper all together, and this is where it saves time. If you just have all the paper together and then you score, is just much faster. Now it does take a little bit of just kind of figuring out how to score with all those sheets, but it's super easy. So that was half an inch, and then at 6 and let's see, 1, 2, I'm trying to figure out what I did there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 1/4. I knew that was the right answer, right one, but the score marks confused me for a second there. I will have those score line marks on this screen over here. So then I turned my paper and then scored at 2 inches. And then I scored one more time at 6 1/2 inches. See, because I have so many pieces of that paper, I do have to go over it a few times just to kind of make sure the top is scoring and also the bottom part. Now you don't want to go super hard. You want to kind of ease into it, so the pressure should be a little less, and then firmer and firmer, and you never want to make it so firm that your paper rips. But as you score, the other paper, the stacks of paper underneath it also get scored. So it's a very easy thing to do. And if you are making envelopes, or if you ran out of time and need to have some envelopes right then and there, it's an easy way to do this and get a whole bunch of envelopes, not just one. So once I was done with that, I wanted to show you, I wanted to make sure you guys could see, because I know sometimes, score marks doesn't really show up on the screen. So I wanted to make sure you guys could see where exactly it was that I was cutting. So I'm cutting that top left, top right, and bottom left and bottom right. It's pretty simple. You can kind of see where I was going with it, but I still wanted to make sure you guys were able to see it on the screen. So once I marked that with the pencil, which you do not have to do, I just wanted to show you, I just took my Tim Holtz shears, you can use any scissor you have, and I just trimmed those off, just like that. And I did it for all 4 corners. And you can see, it's not that difficult to do that. You do want to make sure though, by the way, I still have the full stack, so I'm still working with the full stack. I did want to make sure that you knew that it's not easy to do this, so you may have to get less paper when you do it. So kind of play with it and see how much you can cut with your scissors. I could with 4 to 5 pieces of paper, but I don't think I could with more than that. So once I was done with that, I did want to remove some of the bulk. You do not have to do this, but I prefer to do it. It's just making a little slanted line. First of all, it kind of makes it like a tab, so you know exactly where, the what's that called, the flaps fold in. But also it just removes some of the bulk, so it's not so bulky when you start folding this up and putting your glue and tape and all that stuff. So a very simple thing to do to make a more professional looking envelope. That was probably the hardest part for this envelope. So now it's easy and kind of soothing part for me, at least. And that is just burnishing all the score marks. So I just went and I just creased all that on all the score lines, and it creates that tab. See, I like working in stages because I feel like it makes things go faster. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel. So each step I take, I do a whole bunch. Like I did all the scoring, and now I'm doing all the creasing, and then I will do all the gluing. So that's how I do it, and it does help me get faster or get more result or more quantity of something. And for these envelopes, I wanted a higher quantity, so I wanted to kind of do it in that factory mode of stages. I was done with that. I just took that bottom, which is it is the taller or wider part, and I put glue on each side because that is going to be folded up, and it's going to go right on those tabs, and that is going to close your envelope. Now, if you do it the other way where you put glue on the tabs, then you have extra space where the glue is just going to be showing. So what I like to do is put it on the flap that folds up, so you know exactly where the glue is going to go and exactly where to stop. So it's a very simple thing to do. I just use my Tombow adhesive. You don't have to use Tombow. You can even use double-sided sticky tape. Tombow was what it was on my desk at the time, so I used it. And again, I did all of those, and I closed all of them up before I moved on to the next step. I know that you can buy adhesive that are specifically for envelopes, where you can just put on the top and you either peel away or use some water to make it sticky, just like in a regular envelope. But I didn't have that. So what I did was I took some of my red tape. You can take any kind of double-sided tape, and I just put it right on the top part of my envelopes. Not exactly the very, very top, but just a little below. And this is another tip I wanted to show you guys. When you are working and creating a lot of envelopes, it's easy to get overwhelmed. But this is another tip that helps. So I just lined up my envelopes, and you could line it up longer and wider or more chains of them, but I didn't have enough desk space. So I did about 4 at a time. So I just lined them up, and then I used my score tape to just have them right there. And then I went and snipped it. And that way, all of my envelopes have that adhesive now, and I didn't have to go and cut it at each time. Now, if you have an adhesive that I know, like my other score tape, you can just rip it, because that would probably be faster. But because this one requires me to cut it, this was the best system for this particular project. Now, this is the extra part you don't necessarily have to do, and for the first 20 envelopes that I created, I actually did not do it. So what I did was I took my crocodile the punch, and I went with a 1/2-inch angle punch, and I just punch out the flaps of my envelope. Now, you don't have to do this. No one's going to really see it. I think it's beautiful either way. But I wanted to show you just a little variety that you can do. So I did punch out a few and for you to see, and I think it's really cute. If you have the time, it goes by so quick. You can do it, but you don't have to. Look how professional these envelopes look. It's like you bought a whole bunch of boxed envelopes. Now, is it easier to just go and buy A2 size envelopes? Yes, absolutely. But if you are in a pinch and you really just don't want to go out and you need about 20 envelopes, 20 to 25, this is an easy way to do it. And it is probably more cost effective. I don't know. I haven't really done the cost analysis on it. But it, like I said, if you're in a pinch and you need to really just create some envelopes because you need to mail out something, this is a fast and easy way to do it. It took me about 18 minutes to create about 10 envelopes. So 20 minutes for 10 envelopes. So that's like 2 minutes per envelope. So it's not that bad, not that time consuming. It was fun for me because I love crafting, so it's always fun. And you can make these for special cards or for cards that you want a little fancy envelope or a card that you want an envelope to match perfectly to, which you can hand make a card or hand make an envelope to match that card perfectly. Hey guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. I know life gets busy, but I totally appreciate you being here with me and joining my journey of crafting. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. I really like to see what you guys like seeing so I can create more videos like that. And if you want to share with some friends who may enjoy my videos, please go ahead and do that. Thank you guys again for watching. I love you all. See you guys next time. Bye.